Sandhya. I'm back with another chapter. Dear children, in class ninth, you were mainly introduced to some basic ideas, institutions, and rules of democracy. This year, the focus shifts from the institutions to the process. Class 10th Political Science will introduce you to how democracy works in practice and what can be expected of it. Till now, you have learned that in the arena of democratic politics and political parties work as a vehicle of federal sharing, political powers, and as negotiators of social divisions. Today, we will continue with political life of class 10th and the chapter which we will discuss is political parties. Let us move on to the topic. Dear children, in this chapter, you will learn about the nature and working of political parties in our country. Through this session, you will get introduced to the national and regional political parties in today's India. Also, this chapter will help you understand what is wrong with political parties and what can be done about it. This session will help you to understand the chapters in a more effective. Today's our topic political parties. In class 9, we noticed the role of political parties in the rise of democracies, in the formation of constitutional designs, in electoral politics, and in the making and working of government. Before we concluding this tour, let us take a close look at the nature and working of political parties, especially in our country. Let us discuss about why do we need political parties. Political parties are easily one of the most visible institutions in a democracy. Parties have become identified with social and political divisions. Dear children, political parties are the most visible instruments of bringing a change in a specific democratic country. Most of the ordinary citizens identify with political parties. For example, if we travel to the remote parts of our country, villagers educate people also, the less educated people, we would come to know that they do not know anything about the government or the constitution. They do identify with party symbol. Then political parties are crucial institutions of a democracy which performs a variety of functions in the smooth working of a country. They are composed of leaders, active members, and their followers. Not only this, governments at various levels, such as the national or state level, are formed through the election process, wherein different political parties compete to exercise political power. Parties play a crucial role in putting forward their policies and programs for the welfare of the general public. Not only this, political parties are also involved in the process of design making since most of the members of the legislature belong to different parties. They tend to influence to design making by going in the direction of the party leadership. Then what is the meaning of this? A political party is a group of people who come together to contest elections and hold power in the government. They agree on some policies and programs for the society with a view to promoting the collective good. The children, a political party is a group of people who came together to contest elections and hold power in the government. They agree on some policies and programs for the society with a view to promoting the collective good. Then parties reflect fundamental political divisions in a society. Not only these parties are part of the society and they involves partnership. Not only this, a political party has three components. One of that, the leaders, next the active members, and the last the followers. Let us discuss about what are the functions of political parties. Parties contest elections. In most democracies, elections are fought mainly among the candidates put up by political parties. Parties put forward different policies and programs, and the voters choose from them. Dear children, political parties fill political offices and exercise political power, and parties do so by performing a series of functions. What are those? One of that, parties contest elections, and these parties put forward different policies and programs, and the voters choose from them. And parties play a decisive role in making laws for a country. Not only this, parties form and run government, and those parties that lost in the elections play the role of opposition to the parties in power by voicing different views and criticizing the government for its failures or wrong policies. And parties shape public opinion. Not only this, parties provide people access to government and machinery and welfare schemes implemented by government. Then here the question arises, what is the necessity of political parties? Let us discuss about that. We need political parties because they perform all these functions. The rise of political parties is directly linked to the emergence of representative democracies. As we have seen, large scale societies need representative democracies. Dear children, we need political parties because they perform all the functions which are we discussed previously. Apart from those, political parties help in representing different views or various issues to the government. They bring various representatives together so that responsible government could form. They work as a mechanism to support or restrain the government and make policies, justify or oppose them. Not only this, political parties fulfill the needs that every representative government has. Then the question arises, how many parties should we have? Let us discuss about that. In a democracy, any group of citizens is free to form the political party. In this formal sense, there are a large number of political parties in each country. More than 750 parties are registered with the Election Commission of India. Dear children, in a democracy, any group of citizens is free to form a political party. More than 750 parties are registered with the Election Commission of India. But not all these parties are serious contenders in the election. So the question then, how many major or effective parties are good for democracy? Then in some countries only one party is allowed to control and run the government. These are called one party system. This system is not considered as a good option for democracy. In some countries, power usually changes between the two main parties, such as party system is called a two-party system. For example, the United States of America and United Kingdom. If several parties compete for power and more than two parties have a reasonable chances of coming to power either on their own strength or in alliance with others, it is called a multi-party system. For example, in India, when several parties in multi-party system join hands for the purpose of contesting elections and winning power, it is called an alliance or a friend. Let us discuss about national parties. Democracies that follow a federal system all over the world tend to have two kinds of political parties. Parties that are present in only one of the federal units and parties that are present in several or all units of federation. Dear children, every party in the country has to register with the election commission. It offers some special facilities for large and established parties. The Election Commission has laid down detailed criteria of the participation of vote and seats that a party must get in order to be a recognized party. Then, a party that secures at least 6% of the total votes in elections to the Legislative Assembly of a state and wins at least two seats is recognized as a state party. Then, a party that secures at least 6% of the total votes in Lok Sabha elections or assembly elections in four states and a win at four seats in the Lok Sabha is recognized as national party. Let us discuss about major national parties in India. There were seven recognized national parties in the country in 2020. Here are the we will discuss now some information regarding to the All India Trinamool Congress (AITC), launched on 1st January 1998 under the leadership of Mahatma and Banerjee. It recognized as national party in 2006. The party symbol is flower and grass. It committed to secularism and federalism. Bahujan Samaj Party (BSP), formed in 1984 under the leadership of Kanshi Rao. It seeks to represent and secure power for the Bahujan Samaj, which includes the Dalits, Adivasis, and OBCs and regional minorities. And it stands for the cause of securing the interest and welfare of the Dalits and oppressed people. It has main base in the states of Uttar Pradesh and substantial presence in the Madhya Pradesh and Delhi and Punjab. Then Bharatiya Janata Party, founded in 1980, formed by Shyam Prasad Mukherjee in 1951. It wants to build a strong and modern India by drawing inspiration from India's ancient culture and values and Deen Dayal Upadhyaya ideals of integral humanism and Antyodaya. Its cultural nationalism or Hindutva is one important element in its conception of Indian nationalhood and politics. Dear children, earlier limited to north and west and to urban areas, the party expanded its support in the southeast, the north, and northeast and rural areas. Next, Communist Party of India (CPI). CPI party formed in 1925 believes in Marxism, Leninism and secularism and democracy, and it opposes to the forces of secessionism and communalism. It accepts parliamentary democracy as a means of promoting the interest of the working class, farmers and the poor. Dear children, significant presence in the state of Kerala, West Bengal, Punjab, Andhra Pradesh, and Tamil Nadu. Next, Communist Party of India, Marxist CPIM. It founded in 1964, believes in Marxism and Leninism. It supports socialism, secularism, and democracy and opposes imperialism and communalism. It accepts democratic elections as a useful and helpful means for securing the objective of socio-economic justice in India. The children enjoying strong support in West Bengal, Kerala, and Tripura. Next, Indian National Congress INC, popularly known as the Congress Party, one of the oldest parties of the world, founded in 1885 and has experienced many splits. Under the leadership of Jawaharlal Nehru, the party sought to build a modern secular democratic republic in India. The ruling party at the central till 1977 and then from 1980 to 1989. After 1989, its support declined, but it continues to be present throughout the country. The children, the party's main idea is to promote secularism and welfare of weaker sections of minorities. The other one, National Congress Party NCP. It formed in 1999 following split in the Congress Party and support democracy, Gandhi and secularism, equality and social justice and federalism. A major party in Maharashtra and has significant presence in Meghalaya, Manipur and Assam. State party. Other than these six parties, most of the major parties of the country are classified by the Election Commission as state parties. Dear children, the Election Commission has classified some of the major parties of the country as state parties. These are also referred to as regional parties. Some of that Biju Janata Dal and Sikkim Democratic Front and Mizo National Front, and not only this Telangana Rashtra Samiti. Dear children, now the question arises, what are the challenges to political parties? Let us discuss about that. All over the world, people express strong dissatisfaction with the failure of political parties to perform their functions as well. The first challenge is lack of internal democracy within parties. All over the world, there is a tendency in political parties towards the concentration of power in one or few leaders at the top. Dear children, popular dissatisfaction and criticism have focused on four problem areas in the working of political parties. One of that, lack of internal democracy within parties. And not only that, parties do not keep membership registers and do not hold organizational meetings and do not conduct internal elections regularly. And not only that, most political parties do not practice open and transparent procedures for their functioning. So, there were a very few ways for an ordinary workers to rise to the top in a party. In many parties, the top positions are always controlled by members of one family. The third challenge is about the growing in parties, especially during elections. Since parties are focused only on winning elections, they tend to use shortcuts to win elections. In some cases, parties supports also. The other one, people do not find parties to be a meaningful choice for their votes. Sometimes people cannot even elect very different leaders either because the same set of leaders keep shifting from one party to another. Now, let us discuss about that. How can parties be reformed? The constitution was amended to prevent elected MLAs and MPs from changing parties. This was done because many elected representatives were indulging in order to become ministers or for cash rewards. Dear children, the constitution was amended to prevent elected MLAs and MPs from changing parties. The Supreme Court passed an order to reduce the influence of money and criminals. Now, it is mandatory for every candidate who contests elections to file an affidavit giving details of his property and criminal cases pending against him. Not only this, the Election Commission passed an order making it necessary for political parties to hold their organizational elections and file their income tax returns. Besides these, many suggestions are made to reform political parties. These suggestions have not yet been accepted by political parties. A law should be made to regulate the internal affairs of political parties, and it should be made mandatory for political parties to give a minimum number of tickets, about one third, to women candidates. Similarly, there should be a quota for women in the decision making besides of the party. There should be state funding of elections, and the government should give parties money to support their elections expenses. There are two more other ways in which political parties can be reformed. What are those? People can put pressure on political parties. This can be done through petitions and publicity and editions. Political parties can improve if people who want change can join political parties. It is difficult to reform political of ordinary citizens. Do not take part in it and simply criticize it from the outside. Last but not least, try to be an inspiration yourself, and nothing else can take you down. Maintain regular timings for reading, eating, and sleeping. The children, don't settle to read immediately after dinner, and don't read in bed in your sleeping posture. Dear children, after completion of your studies, go upstairs of your flat or move out of your house for 5 minutes to enjoy the quietness of the night. It refreshes you and ensure good sleep. Learning will continue. Stay tuned for more video lectures on social science. Keep learning. Have a nice day. Thank you.